Or get me into it.
You want to get into it? All
Yeah.
right. So we got some great people online. Let's see what we got here. Go ahead. What do you got?
All right. You gotta get close to the microphone so we can hear you.
Yes, Dad. Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's almost like that microphone's not plugged in or something, man. It's
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay. How's
almost
that?
like we're. It sounds like you're still 4 feet away from it. That's the
Come
issue.
on. You still? How's how's that? Any better?
No.
Going, going,
Nah.
going. No. Feel like an auctioneer here for crying out
Hello?
loud.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Hold on. 1 minute. Let's try.
Unplug and plug it back in.
Yeah. That might be the microphone choice on your Zoom too. When you move your cursor and the little microphone pops up, you might have a different microphone selected.
I don't know. How's that? Any better?
No, sounds
Nope.
the same.
Yeah.
You know what?
I think you might not be connected to the microphone like Justin said.
Well, I
Yeah.
might not be. I don't know. But it is what it is. We got to
Okay,
move.
Yeah.
Hear me?
so you just lift your voice because we can
Yeah,
get.
no problem lifting my voice up. Go ahead. What do you got?
All right. So let's go through this. So
Shoot.
all right, this lady, okay, she hit me up on Facebook. Basically, she got a property.
Yeah.
The her husband, okay, she got a property where here's the situation. Her husband was going through a foreclosure 10 years ago. Okay.
Right.
So what happened was after when he was going through the foreclosure, he an investor came and tried to help him out, right, by buying the property from him and then would have sell it back to him as an FHA loan. Okay. But during the time that the investor hold this property up, it looks like the investor filed for bankruptcy. Okay. Now, come 10 years later, to this age, she was renting the property to her son or to her whatever cousin, and she was doing a rent to own. Okay, they were gonna sell it towards the end of this year.
Right.
Unfortunately, when she was gonna sell it, she couldn't sell it because she comes to find out the property has all these liens involved. Okay, on the property, and now she cannot sell the property anymore. Okay,
Her name's not on the deed anyway, right?
no,
You
his name
know,
is on the deed.
what
His name
happened
is
to
on
him?
the
Is he around?
huh?
Is he around, this guy?
He's no, he's still alive. He's on. He's here.
Okay, good.
Okay, so basically she's trying to do now is she's trying to do a quiet title, okay, to get rid of all these liens. But it's gonna take probably about 6 months according to the lawyer, and the lawyer is not being really helpful on this. And if it's she's gonna spend about 2,500. And if that doesn't work, what she's gonna do is she's gonna wait, probably until 2028 and see and try to see if those liens are gonna go away. Because if nobody comes forth, the liens are gonna go away. That's what she's trying to do. But she wants to get rid of the property. She does. He's tired of it. He wants to get rid of it, and he's
Who's
trying to
he?
find a way. The husband.
Okay.
Okay. They own one property right now. That they live on. It's both under their names. Okay, but the property that has a problem on it's under his name only. Okay. Now she did send me the title. She did a title search, and I got the whole paperwork here for the title search. And basically, what number wise, I'll give you the numbers. Okay. So liens wise, she's about 119,000 on liens.
All right.
All right. The property recently got appraised in 2021, of February 2021 this year for 200,000.
Okay.
Okay. The original loan amount was about 230.
Hold on. Stop right there.
Okay.
So inside this 119,000 is the mortgage, the old loan for the house.
No, inside of this 119,000, there it's liens.
Okay.
HOA liens, and then there's the bank lien as well. There's a
Okay.
bank lien.
There's a bank lien, but there's also a mortgage against the property on top of it.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. What the title report say?
Huh?
What does the title report say?
The title report says, yes, it has the liens on it. I have it here.
Okay, well, do they consider the mortgage just a lien? Or they consider, or is it separate away from all that? Do you know?
Don't, let me see here.
Okay, take your time.
I'm on the paper. Or hold on a sec.
That's a
I
big
can,
difference. It's gonna make a big difference.
right. I can actually, hold on. Let me look up.
Wake up, Jason.
How you doing, Steve?
Well, good, man. How are you, bud?
Good, man. Good to see everybody.
How's your mom doing?
Good. I appreciate you asking. I'm just getting ready to get her moved into a nice little facility with some more people her own age.
Hey, assisted
She's
living?
they have that there, but she's actually going to be able to be independent
Great.
for now. Yep.
That's great.
Steve.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you see my screen?
Yeah, well, you're going so fast. I mean, yeah, I see something. I see a blur. Is this that same house in New Jersey? No.
Yeah. No, it's, yeah, it's
With
in New
that
Jersey.
lady, that crazy lady from the cab?
What cab?
The cab
No, no,
ride.
no. Oh, no, that's a different one, bro.
Okay, man. All right, let's go.
Don't get things confused here.
Ooh.
All right, good.
Yeah, all right. So what do we got? We got an owners association, so that's
Yeah.
HOA.
So look,
Condominium,
another lien.
Is this a condo?
No, that's the
Okay.
thing. This is not a condo. I mean, I
Okay.
don't know where these homeowners associations are from. Here's the big lien.
All right, stop right there. Stop, hold on. Own Union Bank and Trust Company of Indiana Corporation for Cardinal Finance. That, you gotta go pull that judgment and find out what that judgment is for. That might be your mortgage. Who knows?
Hmm.
Go down to the next one. That's $500. $600. Yeah.
Motor vehicle. What the hell motor vehicle has to do with this?
It could be in body shop, a lien, a mechanics lien. There you go. What's did they hold on a second, stop. So don't roll it back, just stop. Did they he filed the owner of the property filed bankruptcy, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
That's what it says here. Look.
Voluntary chapter, right there, back up. Chapter 11, 13. Okay, so, well, he did a 7 and he did a 13. Don't move. He did the 7 first, a voluntary, then he did a 13. Ooh, this guy's got guts. Surprised the judge even took him. He had to show assets. How could he show assets from a liquidation to this? Even if he exempt the house, he had to exempt the house. Wow. Wow. Go ahead, keep going. Let it roll. Anything else after that? Looks like it's hold on. What's all that stuff? Okay, keep going. Might be old notices. This is probably old notices, so they'll notify with the bankruptcy. They might have established the. When's the last time a mortgage payment was made on this house?
Hey, they current on the mortgage.
They're current on the mortgage.
Yes.
Well, then obviously it's not if the mortgage company is all cool and all that, so you got the $96,000, is it? No, 119,000. And what's the payoff on the mortgage? Do you know?
According to her, let me see here on my stuff. I wrote it down. So she says, 172. Basically, she says the principal amount 172,679. Original loan amount was 230.
And his house is worth $200,000.
Yeah, it's worth 200 now. It
My
was
best
appraised.
advice to you is get up and run away. Don't walk, run,
What?
run, run,
Run?
run. You got 172,000 in debt on a mortgage and another 119,000 on top of that. So you're up to $300,000 and on a house that's only worth two. What do you want to do? The only
I
way
don't,
there's an upside on this thing is to go back to all the people that are holding the liens. And if you can squeeze them for a small discount, maybe you can make something on this house. But I think you're wasting your time with this. There's a lot easier ways to make money. You got 300,000 in debt on a house that's only worth 200. Am I
yeah.
right? I mean, that's what I'm seeing there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Well, don't slash your wrists on this one. There's more deals out there. Wow, that's Meg. Come on, man.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
no, I mean, I was just, I was thinking here, even if I do, even if I negotiate a creative, if I negotiate with the banks, let's say, I can negotiate to get this down to like $40,000 or so.
Yeah, what now? The mortgage?
No, the lien here, the $96,000 lien, $1,000 lien.
So what's in it? What's in it for them to negotiate it down to $40,000? Why would they do that?
No, no, I'm talking about me as an investor.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you're asking the people that are holding the judgment that to go from 96,000 to 40,000.
Yeah, well, negotiate with
No,
them.
well,
Negotiate
what I
with
would
them.
do is offer to buy it. You offer to
Huh?
buy the note. You have your attorney write a letter to that lawyer who's holding,
Okay.
who's representing the client, and say that you'd like to make an offer on this note. You buy distressed property notes.
Hmm.
And if he's interested, you'd be willing to offer $5,500 and start
Hmm.
somewhere. And maybe you end up with 30, 40, 50 grand. But I think even if you got it for $30,000, all right, you're still way over what the house is worth.
Yeah.
Way over. Go put your energy into something you're gonna make money on. If you want to help people and solve problems, you're gonna wind up with your head in the oven on this thing. This isn't worth it. There's no way to go with this one.
So I was actually thinking about, cash cowing. Basically, if I do a cash cow, coach Pat deal, but this is not in foreclosure. Let it go to foreclosure.
It's even worse than that because the fellow's gone bankrupt. He did a 13, I believe, and a 7, right?
Uh-huh.
So and now they're good enough after everything's been cleared away per se, with the exception of the liens against the house, but they stay with the house. He's just not personally obligated for it. All
Here's
right?
what?
He's not personally obligated for the liens.
Okay.
I'm not giving legal advice here, guys, but this is the way I see it in my experience. That's the reason why you go bankrupt, but the liens don't come off the house. All right. So now you look at what the house is worth versus, what how much the liens are on the property. Now, the same thing with those liens. It's going to go by the matter and the time in which they were reported. It's going to determine if this guy has got this $96,000 lien, and he's the first lien that's reported right after the mortgage. He might stand a shot at getting something down the road. If he's the last guy, he's screwed. But in order to do that analyzation, you're gonna spend some time going back through that mortgage that report and see where you land. I think you're wasting your time. For the third time, I'm telling you, Meg. I think you're wasting. This is not a deal. This is not a deal. And if you go ahead and you want to do this cash flow deal, all right, this home, they're going to wind up putting the people in for. The people are going to wind up going into foreclosure. Because nobody's going to make the mortgage payments, the tax payments, the insurance payments. So if it's in Jersey, the house could sit there for years. Yeah, you'll make money on it. They'll make something on it, but somebody's credit's going to get crushed.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, I heard his credit is gonna get. But since he already filed for bankruptcy, can he do it again?
Yeah, he can file again.
Oh, he can file.
What he probably did was he exempt this property, hard asset, from the bankruptcy. He reaffirmed the debt. I wouldn't say he exempted. What he did was he reaffirmed the debt. He went back into bankruptcy court, and this is all right. Everything else is wiped, but he gets to sign his name and say he still wants this house. And that's the big reason for doing bankruptcy. So you can keep your hard asset, your house. The
Now,
feds want you to be able to keep your house. They don't want
So-
you to be homeless. You know?
so his liens, he's excused from the liens, right? If he does that.
He's excused, but the property is not excused.
Okay.
They stay with the property. He's not. He might have been released from some of these, but look at the dates. Look at the date of the bankruptcy discharge, and then
Mhm.
look and see how many judgments came on the property after that. Those he's responsible for. All right. So
Okay. And okay, perfect. Okay, that's an option there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they want to do. They try to get rid of it. Obviously, they have a property together here that they live on. If and the property that they live on, it's under his name and his wife's name. Does the wife's credit is gonna get tanked as well if he does it?
back up a second. The people that are lease optioning the property or rent to own the property, it's not going to affect them at all.
They're
The
gonna what?
person who's- It's not going to affect their credit at all. They don't own the house.
No. I'm talking about the house is vacant now. They left. The people I'm talking about their personal property, like the property that they live in. The husband and wife has the one property under his name. The other property here that has the problem has only his name. If he filed for bankruptcy, is she gonna get affected here?
All right. Well, is her name on the mortgage for the other house? The problem house?
Yes. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, they're going to lien both houses.
They're gonna what?
They're going to go after both. If the guy's smart, is it in the same county?
I didn't hear you. What was that?
Is it in the same county, the properties? Are they in
No,
the
it's
same
different.
county?
Different county. Different
Yeah.
county.
You know, it could happen. They could before they can go after that second house, the house that they're currently living in. All right.
Mhm.
They have to sell this house off. They have to get it back, first of all. They got to get it, you have to establish a judgment. Then they've got to sell the house. And whatever that deficiency is, they want to go back after whatever assets these people have. If the assets these people have are that house and they've got equity in it, now they got a lien on it from this other damn house. You got it?
Hmm.
Now, if they're currently making mortgage payments on this other house, all right,
Yeah,
So
they
that-
making a lot. They paying this other house. They paying a lot faster now. They saying.
okay. So the house that's empty, okay.
Hmm.
What are the costs on that per month?
What is what?
What's the mortgage payment and the costs on that? What are the
15
carrying costs?
$1,500. Yeah.
And what do the house rent for?
The house he rents for about right now 18 to 900, 1900.
So why don't you go do this with them? Because right now they're paying $1,500 and they got nothing, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you go back and agree to lease the property from them for $1,200? And you're gonna take over their problems. You're not gonna own the house. You don't wanna own it. You're gonna lease the property and maybe sandwich lease it. Maybe. You're gonna sandwich lease it for 18 to 1900, and they're still gonna be on the hook for the rest of that money. That 200 or 300. But you're gonna see that the payments that you make on behalf of whoever or whoever, you're gonna first thing you see that money goes directly to their bank and it makes the mortgage payments. And they're gonna be responsible for making the difference up. This is something an attorney writes up, but it's not a big deal, all right? So instead of it costing them $1,500 a month, it's gonna cost them $300 a month. And you know what? And if the house has been rented for a while, have they just moved out of it or it's been a rental for a while?
It's been rented for a while. Yeah.
So then you know what? $3,000, $300 a month, they're gonna get it back on their taxes anyway. It's a write-off. They'll do all right. But it's cash they gotta take out of their pocket right now. So the only way
So-
you might go in and tell them, listen, I get you $1,000 a month. And listen, and you know, always start lower and be able to move yourself up. Don't
Yeah,
offer
but
them.
do we stop paying the mortgage then?
No, 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 no. No, no, you listen to me.
Hmm.
You're gonna do a lease option on this property. You're gonna lease the property for a discounted amount of, say, $1,200 a month.
Hmm.
You're gonna turn around, you're only the guy on paper, and you're gonna sublease the property out for $1,800 a month and make
Yes.
$600 a month.
Yes.
Maybe collect a down payment from these people in the back end.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think that's a smart idea because the house has got $100,000 over and above an extra debt. So I think you're probably just better off just leasing the property out and not doing a lease option. Just lease the damn thing out for $1,800 a month. And you might go back to the people after you got this thing all buttoned up. You got 2 months security, the first month's rent, so you got about $6,000 in your pocket, of which $4,000 is going to go back. And then when they're done with the lease, but you could say, you go back to the owners of the property and say, listen, I solved your problem. Give me $5,000 and I'll walk away.
Hmm.
Or just sit back for the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, however long you make that agreement for, and collect that $600 a month. That's $5,000 a year. That ain't bad. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, but yeah, it's the same thing as the coach pass, sublease it basically.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, Coach Pat's deal is it's a default. Now, these people have to go into default to make that work.
Okay.
If it was in a default to make it work, you're not paying them $1,200 a month. You're paying them $500 or $600 a month, and you're
Yeah.
hiring a foreclosure defense attorney.
Yeah.
Not doing all that. This house is in foreclosure.
What if they want to go? If they want to go to foreclosure, he wants to start file bankruptcy and all this stuff,
They're both gonna have to go.
huh?
They both have to file, but they don't do it at the same time.
For bankruptcy?
Oh yeah, they don't do it at the same time. If they want to cash flow this house for a long period of time, one of them files now, and then in about 4, 5, 6 months down the road, another one files. All right, another 6 months down the road, maybe your LLC will file that holds the house.
Yeah, yeah.
This
The
is what,
trust, the land trust.
yeah. Well, this is what a foreclosure defense attorney does.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of good ones there in Jersey.
Do you have any
Not
contacts
Jersey.
from all of them?
No, just this Coach Pat's got it.
Yeah.
Did you get his course?
No, I got it from you. You got it, right?
No, you didn't. You didn't get it from me.
I learned that from you. No, but it's all good. I mean, I think it's the challenge that I have is they try to walk away from the property, right? I mean, they want to walk away and they try to find they don't want to hit
Trying
the
to find a
credit.
bigger sucker to take their problem away. It's not going to happen. If
Yeah,
they got all these judgments against the property, they're not going to go away. So they got two choices. Choice no, here you go. They got two doors. Door number one, all right. They can turn around and lease the property to an investor like you. Or door number two, they can go into foreclosure and eventually just be rid of the property, but it's gonna trash their credit. All right. They probably don't want to do that. They're looking for a savior right now. You can be that savior. The numbers are going to be the same. Only you're not dealing with the courts and all that other shit.
Yeah.
You can do a legitimate deal on this thing and make yourself some money and not do an option.
hmm
You don't want the option. The hell with the option. The option is going to say you get a right to buy the house for $100,000 too much. Gee, thank you very much.
Hmm.
Why don't you just stand on a corner and make yourself a
And
buck?
I become the landlord if I sublease it.
Well, you're a landlord to the person you sublease it to. If you stay in the deal, you can assign it. You can assign it back to your tenant, but back to your landlord. Because now you're going to be showing you're only going to give them say $1,200, and you're collecting $1,800 on the back. They might want to give you $5 or $10 just then it's a nice long-term deal, and you're solving their problem. So what happens 5 years from now when this guy's lease expires? If they owe $172,000 on the property now, depending on how old the mortgage is, they might owe $160 on it then. so they just made $600 a month, and they paid the mortgage down by 12,000.
Okay.
That's a win-win for the owner, a win-win for the owner, the property owner, and he gets to write the property off as an investment property if he's owned it for more than 2 years.
Yeah. Okay. I might call you tomorrow. Your microphone sucks. I'm just kidding.
My computer crapped out last, matter of fact, it was right as we were doing the show last Monday. So I don't know how this thing is going. I might not even have it wired right. Who knows? I took it apart and put it back together. So I'm sorry you can't hear me.
No, it's all good. I understand most of it. I might have a question or two, but I'll open the floor up to other people too.
So generous of you, sir. All right.
Okay.
If you want to talk about this tomorrow, call me.
All right.
I might not answer the phone, but call me.
I can hear you fine, Steve. So can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Is
Yeah.
the microphone on your phone better than the microphone on your computer? I'm just messing with you.
I don't know what microphone I'm using now. Who knows? Who the hell knows? I don't want to. You know what? Whatever's going on is going on. I don't want to change anything right now. I'm afraid.
Well, you also realize, Coach Steve, it's
That's
just a
the
lot of
Teddy.
fun to give you a hard time.
Hold on.
It's also a lot of fun to just give you razz you, you know.
Hit me with that? Nope.
Mind if I jump in on one with you, Steve, and get your advice? This is
guys hear me?
I sent a contract off for this
Yeah,
today.
we hear you the same, Coach Steve.
Oh, okay. All right, bud.
Yep.
Go ahead, man. What do you got?
I can hear you okay. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, sir. No problem.
Perfect.
Wow.
So this is a little beauty here. I sent a contract off for this today for 125,000. Showing his estimate of 202,000. It's got it's in a town that's just outside of Indianapolis here,
Good.
and it's about 20 20 minutes. And it's kind of a nice spot, right there. It's kind of a bigger piece, pretty wooded area there. It's a total redo. But I got some comps as far as prop streams at 224,000. I got a couple 4-bedroom, 3-bath, where this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. They were the 4.3s were at like 302 and 294. But it looks like it's a total redo. As far as
Is there a house behind some of those trees? I guess.
yeah, I know it's tucked back there. You can't even see it from the road, really.
Yeah.
And so this is
Who owns the house?
Obvious-
Is it an investor or is it a personal homeowner?
it was her dad's house, and he passed away in June. And she's had a couple people had contracts, but they couldn't move it, I guess.
They probably couldn't get the financing.
Yeah, but
The
so
roof
I
has
mean,
to be
whoever
shot
comes
on
in
the
there's
top.
gonna have to go top to bottom, it looks like, right?
First thing I do is get those trees off the house and see what the hell's underneath the trees.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
a real wooded lot for sure. It's one of the most wooded out there. But when you put the price point on it out there, there's a bunch of houses right there that are in the 200s and
Why is
low
this house
200s.
135 and the rest of them all say 200?
Yeah,
Why is that?
because
It's not
I
conditioned.
don't know. Is that just because it's so? I don't know. Is it
Well,
no
maybe the square
improvements?
footage is different. Or how many bedrooms are different? You ought to go one by one with each of those and see what the difference is in those houses. Hit the one that's
Yeah.
211 right next door to it.
Yeah, the other ones were 4.3s, but yeah, but it's a 4.2, so that's pretty good, decent size.
Yeah,
But it's
well,
it's only 1,400 square feet.
you don't want alongside of it that says 211K.
Yeah,
Hit that one. See if you can open that up.
3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,566 square feet. So it's got another 100 and a little over 100 more feet, and it's
When was it
livable.
built? Yeah, it was livable. When was it built? Skip down. Keep going. Whoop. 1961. Go back to that. Go back to yours.
And mine's built in 60.
So they're both probably the same guy, same builder.
Yeah,
The why yours
yeah.
is one. This one's probably got a garage, single car garage. Has yours got a garage?
Yeah, it's got a 2-car garage.
So both of these, this is a 4 bed, that one was a 3 or 4 bedroom, same thing. About the
Right.
same square footage. Wow, that's strange. I don't know why they would, I don't know why.
I think it's just, do you think it's because it's just so, it's just not
Well, when the appraiser
code?
go by and saw all the, maybe when the appraiser went by and saw that this house is basically old and trash. He just put a low ball number on it. And one of the algorithms that Zillow uses is what the house was the town appraisal or the county appraisal. That's part of what they use. Yeah, if it's available anyway. So go ahead. So what do you want to do with this damn thing? What are you gonna do?
So my thoughts are, obviously whoever's coming in has got to be a fix and flipper. So I was hoping to make, at least 10 on it. I was
How long is
looking
the house
at,
been on the market right now? 135. Skip down.
it's been on there for 90 days because she's had a couple deals that fell through too.
Go down to the bottom. Go down a ways and see if if you got.
Oh,
the
her
history on
activity
it.
right
There you
there?
go.
Yep.
135, 137. This baby's been on the market since
Yeah,
Since
August
August.
of 21 is when they put it out.
yeah.
The dad passed away in June. So that kind of, fits into place.
They got to get rid of this house probably to close the estate. There were any other kids?
No,
Children?
she's the only one. She's the only one that's responsible for signing for it, she said. I mean, so so my thought is if someone comes in here to buy this, on the high side, what do you think? Like $60 a square foot to redo this thing where it's a livable scenario, or could
I
you
have
do it
no
for
idea.
50
You're
or
getting-
40 or
You're spitballing and I'm spitballing. If we start putting numbers
Yeah.
up, thing like that, I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
what?
Is it got,
These are a
the house
couple
got a
numbers I
basement?
came up with.
Is it on a- go ahead.
$30 a square foot would be 44,000.
Yeah. Is it got a basement?
No basement.
So it's just on a slab. It's a ranch, one floor.
Yep.
So we going with, I don't know, $40 a square foot. It's 60 grand. 60 grand.
Even at $50, it's like 75,000, and then you put on the buck and a quarter, or 135,000 out of that. Let's see, so if it was
Yeah, well,
75,000,
If you're gonna figure someone's gonna buy this, put all this money into it, turn
200.
around, and the spread has got to be big enough where they're gonna make some money.
Right.
So I mean, if the spread's not there, then it happens. I'd like to go back to this person and get some seller financing on it. Now, since they're gonna probably pay taxes on all this, if they do it on an installment method, that might be way to their advantage. Way to their advantage. You might save them 30, 40, 50 grand.
What's your suggestion?
Pay it out to them. Get as long a mortgage as you can and pay it out to them. Put $5,000 down, the good faith money, and let them hold the mortgage for the next 10 or 15 years. And either balloon it out if it'll cash flow, or just refinance it, whatever, or let it go all the way out to the 30 years, whatever, 20 years, whatever. How old is the woman that owns that signed on this? Probably younger.
Yeah, she's probably I don't know, she's probably sounded like 50s or 60s.
So to hold a 20-year mortgage shouldn't be that big a deal. And you know why? You're gonna be able to show her that you're gonna be able to give her $150,000 for the house. And the dad will be real happy because you're gonna make a real nice house out of this thing. But to go ahead and give you the 135 for it or the 125 for it right now, there's not enough juice left in the orange here to make this thing work. The numbers aren't gonna work because the house needs so much work. But
Yeah.
if you can help her out I mean, if she can help you out, you know, I'm coming up with this, I can give you your whole one, I can give you the whole 135. A matter of fact, and see what she says, all right? Well, I want interest, I want this and that. You want interest, I can go back and look at my numbers. What's this house gonna rent for? Any idea?
Rent for, I
It might
it
even be
didn't
on the
have
Zillow
it
list
didn't
now.
have a rent
It might be
amount
up there
there.
somewhere on there. Hold on.
I was looking for it, but it didn't show it.
We could go further up. Up the rent value, right there.
Yeah, it didn't show it, but it's got a great school system.
And I wanna see what the rent value is.
Yeah, let's see, and we got $1,200 is the what
So
Upstream
they'll
showing.
give us $700 a month for the next 20 years. And balloon out the rest of it. I tell her, I can close, as soon as I can clear title, I can close in a week. And you'll have this problem off your back. No more thinking, I'll take care. Anything has to do with the house, providing there's no liens and there's no enforcements there with local code. You gotta make sure of that. Now you're buying it. Don't you wanna make money, Ed?
I'd like to just make 5 or 10 grand and be on my way is what I like
But
to
I'll tell you
do.
what, you wrap this deal up for $800 a month. With $5,000 down, and I'll give you the 5 grand. I'll give you 5 grand. You can wrap it up for me, and I'll give you 5 grand. Because I'm gonna do nothing but make money with it.
So what's your suggestion on doing this now?
You wanna try, listen, you can squeeze this thing and try and find someone that's gonna do a rehab on this property. All right, and be willing to pay you the 125. If this house has been on the market 70 days already and the rehabber hasn't grabbed it up already, it's priced too high. And
Right.
it probably needs too much work. So,
Yeah, it looks like it needs, like I
Yeah.
said, top to bottom.
so if I forget about the price, if I can own this house for $700 or $800 a month, and I know I can rent it out for 1,400 or 15 or 13, whatever the case may be, now I can take my contract and I can grab a landlord that wants to be in that property and say, listen, give me $20,000 down and you take over my deal. Now, all he's got to come out of his pocket with is 20,000 and whatever he's got to do the repairs for. A lot of these landlords, no contractors, or they are contractors, and they'll come in this house and what you see as a big expense is nothing for these guys. So that's another way around it. Oh, I always look for a way to get some kind of seller finance. Now she's gonna tell you, oh, no, we just want to close this thing up. I turned to her and said, have you had a chat with a good tax professional? And are you aware how much taxes you're gonna have to pay when you liquidate this asset? And just sit back and wait and don't say anything else. Maybe your best advice there is go talk to a tax professional, not her attorney, unless it's a tax lawyer, all right? She needs to go and talk to her CPA and say, listen, I've got an estate and I can sell it for cash and get this, but I gotta pay, how much am I gonna pay? Or if I sell it on an installment sale, well, how's that gonna work? She's gonna pay tax, but she's gonna pay a small amount on it as she collects it. So this is good for seniors that have houses that are especially, they're all paid out. There's no mortgages on them. They really don't need the cash. They don't even know what they're gonna do with the damn money. You know, so, and you can and say, listen, worst comes to worst, if the person were older, say, listen, instead of you getting all this cash and putting it in a bank for 1.5% interest, I can pay you more money for your house, give you a good return, and your father's gonna feel, you're gonna make your dad proud because you're gonna have the house, it's all gonna be renovated, nice and clean, and it's gonna make you feel real good that we did business. Can you imagine that? Imagine that for a minute.
Like it.
Bingo.
Okay,
All
thank you,
right.
sir.
No problem, bro. No problem. I'd look at doing something like that, you know, I'd look at doing something like that. If you got it, you know, if you're gonna tie up 10 grand and hopefully go out and find a buyer, you might get lucky too. I'm just giving you an alternative, you know?
Yeah.
All right? Anything else, Ed?
Appreciate it. Yep,
Anything
great.
else?
No, that's good.
All right,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you.
All righty. Who else has got a deal we gotta look at? We just got Garrett and Aaron on here tonight. All right. Herbeck's awful quiet tonight. Jason's awful quiet tonight. Man, oh man. Anybody got another deal here to look at? Or we're just gonna open the floor to chat. Going once.
Yeah,
Going
Steve,
twice.
Steve, I got one.
Okay, what do you got, sir?
I got it's like a little small house in a rural area in Indiana. And the woman is asking 60,000 for it. She says it's like a mile away from where all the activity is. And it needs work, it needs to be rehabbed. And it's nothing really around there except for within that mile radius. And
Wow.
yeah, and she says it's a little small town, you know, and I'm just wondering if it's really worth it. But I did find out she got other property in Tennessee that she's also trying to liquidate. And she's got a big land out there and a 600 and something $1,000 house out there with a couple other properties on that land.
In
And
Tennessee,
yeah, in Tennessee.
right?
Uh-huh. So I was thinking that maybe, you know, lowballing her on this rural one and start talking about the other one, seller finance.
Well, if you lowball this one, she might not want to talk to you at all.
You're right. You're right. That's
Now,
what I was thinking.
you might wanna, are you far from this place?
Yeah, I'm far. Yeah, I'm in Chicago.
Ooh, okay. Well, you might wanna look on PropStream and see what's going on with the neighborhood, see if there's any wholesalers there that are doing business. Are they buying properties there? You know, if you decide you want to get the property under contract, put it under contract, give her what you want, subject to financing. And then get a broker on the phone and see what it's like. Here's the thing with small towns, okay? Some people will never leave.
Right.
I've seen guys pull money out of small houses in rural areas, and one guy comes to look at it, okay, I'll take it. Holy cow! And yeah, I mean, but you know, how long is the house on the market right now for sale?
Well, it's for sale by owner. It looks like she's been trying to sell it for a little while. And it's like a wooded a cabin like house, you know, wood. It's
Is
more
it like
like
a
a
hunting
vacation.
area?
Looks like, yeah, like something like a hunting area, like
Oh, you
some.
can advertise to those kind of people. How much property is there?
It's she couldn't give me the square footage, but it's saying it's only like 600 and some square feet. I know it's got to be bigger than that though.
How big is the lot?
Oh, I don't know how big the lot is. I have to look at the advertising. See.
Before you start making offers or walking in that direction, buddy, you gotta have your numbers together.
I know, and
Okay? And
I
that
haven't,
includes,
I haven't talked to her about any numbers yet. And I wanted to come on this call and hear your thoughts about it. I didn't get the lot size. I didn't get that, but I just wanted to hear your thoughts about that rural area.
here's the thing about a rural area. Now, if you can market this property as like a hunting lodge, if it's not in a neighborhood with its 12 houses and they're all clustered together. If it's out in the country and you can sell it you can move it as a recreational property or a hunting property. Maybe there's a brook or a stream or something that's close to it or whatever the case may be. Maybe there's a barn on it or something like this. That's all worth big money. All right. So
Right.
if you're looking at if maybe the thing to do with this property is to get somebody over there and get some really good pictures of it after you have a conversation with her. Look and see how old the property is. Look and see what the square footage is. Make sure you've got you probably don't have sewer and city water there. I don't know, but make sure that's all working. Your septic and your fresh water system. Make sure that's all working right.
Right.
And maybe you'll end up getting some seller financing on this deal.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
house might not be mortgageable. She might have it up for sale. And I'm going to tell you, it's difficult. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's difficult for someone to get financing on a home that has an average price of a luxury car. The banks don't
Yeah.
want to drop $60,000 to mortgage this house. Well, then when they can put it out and turn the money 10 times, in something else. It costs
Yeah.
them the same amount of money to put 750,000 out on the street than it does to put 50,000 on the street.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So you have some community banks that'll bend over backwards. Look, you got to get the numbers together. When you got all your numbers
Right.
together,
Right.
then you can make an educated guess as to which way you want to go with this thing. I
Right.
like cash flow.
Yeah.
If you sell a house wholesale, you know what? Okay, you're making cash. If that's what you need is cash, you're done. But now the job starts all over again.
Right.
Okay, now next week you're gonna start all over again. I like something that pays me. I can get some cash up front, and I get cash now for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Boy, that's great, right?
Now, yeah. I don't know what's going on with my prop stream, but I don't know. A lot of properties I'm pulling up and it's not matching, showing me the other properties that is there. It ain't even showing me the details. I don't know what's happening.
Well, if
And
it's rural, if it's way out in the country, you might want to spend $10 a month and go on and get what is that now called? Glide. Hang on a minute, I'll tell you what it's. I got it on my
Land
phone.
glide, land glide.
Land Glide.
Land
Land
glide.
Glide's a big $10 a month. And when you
Okay.
go up to that property on Land Glide, you'll see what the barriers, what the all the borders are all around the property. It'll tell you who
Okay.
owns the property. They don't update it all that often, so don't go by that. But what it's great for is if you're driving out in rural areas, you'll
Mhm.
see how big the parcels are, and you'll see who owns the property unless it changed hands in the last 60 or 90 days. But
Yeah.
that's great. And now you can use it when you're outside driving in your car, or you can get the laptop version, or just use the phone and just type in the address and you'll see what's what.
Okay.
Or you
Yeah.
go to the county's website that they have there, and you might be able to get some information from them.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta get that information.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gather it all together. And when you get it all together, you got your numbers together, what your costs are. Then you decide what your exit strategy is going to be. Do you
Right.
want to keep it and rent it? Do you want to cash flow it and just sell it and hold the mortgage? Do you want to flip it to a maybe a recreational guy or a hunter or something like that? Maybe that'll work. I don't know.
Right.
So you got some work ahead of you on that one, but it's simple. You can get all this information together. Once you get the ball rolling in 20, 25 minutes, you'll have everything you need. If you even need all that, all right? And as far as the property in Tennessee, if you treat her right on this, she'll talk to you about the property in Tennessee.
Yeah, and that's the one I really want.
You gotta have your wheels on the truck nice and tight. So when you're gonna talk to her about something that's that sounds like it's a much bigger deal, you gotta get you gotta get your numbers together on that before you even decide to talk to her about dollars.
Yeah.
What you're supposed to do. Go make the deal on this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
If she
Thanks
talks
a lot
to you,
for that
and
advice.
she talks to you and she says, I'm really looking to get rid of this other property right now. Get us on the phone.
Yeah, we'll do.
We don't want to see you lose it.
Right.
This is a really good time of year because things slow down this time of year, right around the holidays.
Right.
And remember, you can't steal in slow motion.
Right.
So move. There you go. All right. Aaron?
Yep. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it.
Sir. No problem, bud. Thanks for calling in.
Mhm.
Hey, Garrett. What's going on, Garrett? He corrected me.
Hey, Coach Steve.
Garrett, he was hiding in his He was hiding in the background. How you doing, Garrett?
I'm doing pretty good. And yourself?
I'm doing all right. You've been on here before, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been on here before.
You got any deals to talk about?
Well, I would like to know your thoughts, and anybody else can chime on in. So, and this is kind of like in another rural area. I got the property under contract. It's in Bryan, Ohio. Never heard of Bryan, Ohio before in my life.
Me either, bud.
Never. Younger guy. He bought the house from his grandmother. It needs some work. He says he just wants to get out of it. He doesn't have the money to really do the upkeep. He's living with his girlfriend right now. And
Great.
so, I called him up last week, talked to him a few times, hit him with the seller financing option. He said no, but he was open to a cash option. He was initially trying to get like close to 100,000 for it. And I got him down to 80. I don't know if it's a deal or not. Honestly, I did put it out there. I did get a few hits on Facebook Marketplace. If you were to actually look at it here, I'll put the address here in the chat. It's on Zillow.
If you want to pull it up, you can just share screens with us, Garrett, if you like.
Okay, sure. I can do
Are
that.
you on PropStream?
Yep, I'm on PropStream.
Bring it up on PropStream.
Okay. Let's see.
Bryan, Ohio.
Yeah. What is it here? But now the guy is, I don't know if he's ghosting me. There was an investor who said he was interested in the property. He says that there's an issue with the something with the water line or something like that. He says it's a $4,000 repair job supposedly. And then the investor that I talked to yesterday said he's interested in the property, but he wants to know if it has any foundational issues. And I know that can be expensive. But I don't know.
Foundation, and if it's on a well, you got to make sure you get enough performance out of the well. I don't have a lot of experience with that.
Okay.
So
Northwestern Ohio. Bryan is in northwestern Ohio.
Okay.
There you go. So it's cold.
So we got a house that says on PropStream it could be worth $100,000,
Mhm.
and he's got a $60,000 mortgage on this thing. That sound right?
He actually owes 70,000 on it.
Wow. So you want to give him $10,000 over and above his mortgage?
Well,
Did he take off his first mortgage? Garrett, this
Yeah.
house is inherited.
yes.
So there's nobody on the hook for this damn thing. Listen to me. Nobody's on the hook, unless unless her son or daughter or cousin signed for grandma when she was in the house, as a guarantor, which is probably highly unlikely. So if this
Gotcha.
house is in grandma's name and it wasn't a reverse mortgage, you know what a reverse mortgage is, right?
Right.
Okay. If it wasn't a reverse mortgage, just a standard mortgage, you might be able to walk into this house, take over the existing mortgage that was subject to, give this guy 5-10 grand, let him go away, take the house, all right, either make it a rental or sell it with seller financing and wrap it, or just take this deal, just the bones of the deal, and assign it to a landlord or whatever for 15 or 20 grand maybe. I don't know. You only got $800 a month in rent there. That's not a lot of money.
Right.
So you're not gonna get a big spread on this thing. Even maybe it's not gonna be a big spread, but it's worth more money if you can get this property subject to,
Gotcha.
if the transaction stays simple, or the transaction stays simple. That's what I would
Okay.
look to do. I'd like to do that.
Okay.
And you know what? And when you're talking with younger people, they want everything today, money, blah, 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 blah. They don't want to talk about seller finance.
Right.
All right. So if you've already got, that $60,000, 60 grand, you say?
Hmm.
$60,000, and you're only giving them what, 80?
Yep.
You're giving them 80. So out of the 60, how much is it? The 60, 65, whatever it is, you either come up with that in cash or you bring in an investor for that $15,000 and you give them a second.
Okay.
You give them 8% interest only. It won't cost you a lot of money. And then if you decide you want to flip the house, roll it, whatever, you got any idea what kind of condition it's in?
It's in pretty good condition. It needs, it needs to be updated, but nothing major.
As long as the house is livable. Are you far away from this house?
Oh, I'm in California.
Oh yeah, right around the corner.
Yeah.
So get some good pictures of the house. Pay somebody to go there and take some good pictures of the house once you're in contract. All right,
Mhm.
and you want to do your due diligence. You want to have a few things checked out on it. You can have the brokers do that. You can have a good agent go there and do that. Once you get the contract, put it out to some agents and see what this damn thing is worth.
Gotcha.
It is.
Gotcha.
I might pay somebody to clean the house out.
Mhm.
And maybe cut the trees off the house and make it look a little more. Just spend a couple of $1,000s and do that. Once you have the contract and it's a viable deal. You don't want to
Okay.
spend money on this property unless you know that you can get something out. You got three realtors you call that are the big realtors in the area, and they're each telling you, hey, this house is worth 125,000.
Mhm.
So we've got people waiting online for houses. That's when you're gonna go. You're gonna have the house cleaned out, and you're gonna go clean the shrubs and stuff off the house around it, and just make it. You're just gonna do a very, very, lipstick on the pig kind of thing, and just clean it so there's no smells and nothing like that. And away you go.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And you could probably have the agent handle a lot of that because it's not a big deal. And you're just gonna get pictures back and forth, and you can do a Zoom call and let them walk around with the camera and all that to make sure
Mhm.
everything you want to get done is done.
Yeah, he sent me some pictures here. I mean, he has to do a better
Beautiful
job.
picture of a hot water heater there. Ooh, that turns me on. Don't worry about the pictures. It don't matter.
Okay.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's just,
Okay.
I'll tell you what's going to be something. See that big garage?
Yeah.
Car guy's going to love that garage. Look at the size of that garage. I would love that garage.
That's a big seller. Yeah.
I bought a house in Birmingham just for the damn garage. I've got the car that was in it, but I really wanted it.
Wow.
Yeah, I got the car that was in it. I wanted the car, really. So I made money. I made more money with the car than I did the freaking house. That's beside the
Mm.
point. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you got a nice big garage there. You clean all that shit out of there. And the house, you just clean everything out. Don't worry about updating it. Just take everything out. Pull the
Mhm.
carpets, because they probably stink. Any fabric, any cloth, any cardboard, get it all out of the house. And
Gotcha.
wash the whole house with Clorox or whatever it is. And that's if you go that far,
Mhm. Mhm. Cool. Cool. Cool.
That's not a shit of that house. That's the house. The house looks decent. I mean, as opposed to somebody could move in this house and it's inhabitable. You're not talking about a lot of money. What's the average price house in that area? Over 100?
Yeah. On average.
Listen. Offer this. Tell this guy you can make this work for the $80,000. You talk to the lenders. The lenders ain't going to help you out. Since there's a mortgage on this property now, you're willing to do this deal, subject to you taking over the existing financing. And it says nobody can get hold, in a bank because grandma's not here anymore. So, and I'll make sure the payments get made, and we're gonna make the house nice and pretty. Grandma would be really happy. Can you imagine seeing this house that way? Come on, close your eyes. Look at how nice it looks now. You know,
Cool. Cool. Cool.
that's what I would do.
All right. All right.
You gotta work with their money. And if you're gonna work with their money, you're gonna do it at 0% interest if you have to borrow anything. But you're not gonna borrow anything from them. You're just gonna use whatever is left on that existing mortgage, and it's gotta be, look at the payments on it.
Okay.
If Grandma did a 10-year mortgage, the payments on the thing are gonna be steep. If she did a 30-year mortgage and her interest rate's 2, 3, 4%, it's a sweetheart deal.
So I should go ahead and ask for his PITI.
If you get that far, just tell them you wanna take over the mortgage.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
This isn't a deal that you're gonna be able to make on your own. Have you done any of these?
Have I done any creative deals
No,
yet?
have you done any subject to deals?
Not yet.
All right, you gotta use an attorney to close this thing, to put it together, all right? You hire one, you go to the local RIA, and you get all this thing, so you talk to the president of the RIA and say, listen, I'm buying some property subject to, do you have any attorneys that really are top notch and know what they're doing? He says, well, I don't know, slam the phone down and go pick up the phone and look for a commercial, real estate attorney. Commercial, because those guys think outside the box. They can make a lot of this stuff happen. But I'd say go try to RIA first.
Okay.
You be
Cool.
okay?
Cool beans. Cool beans.
All right, man. You get my check in the mail in the morning there, right? We're gonna
All
make
right.
it happen. All right. Okay, Jared, thanks for chiming in there. Anybody else got something? We're after the time clock here, but that's all right. Anybody want to talk about something? Open forum.
I
And
do.
Mag is back. Excuse me?
Hold on. I forgot something. I'll be right back.
Okay. Mag is still taking it all in. Okay. Jason Harbeck, you guys got anything you want to talk about tonight? Jason's out getting dinner. Herbeck's out. We don't know what Herbeck is doing. He helped out Aaron, helped out Garrett, talked with Mag, helped him out. Ooh, look at this. My Life in 1,000 Odds, The Art of Owner Financing. That's
So-
another book. I think he just came out with that one.
I don't know. This is the expensive one.
Yeah.
But this is number 3 in the series. See, it has a 3 down here. So
Yep,
I'm
yep.
so excited to read this. I can't even tell you. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. I say, listen, they built the pyramid, a little at a time. You should start with number 1, but I can't tell you what to do.
Oh, I will. I will. Trust me.
But when you start reading it, it's an easy read. It's an easy
Yeah.
read. All
just
right.
picked it
Yeah,
up.
look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's an easy read.
dude.
And-
Cool. That's number 1, right?
Number
That's
1, I
okay.
think, right?
Yeah. Failing forward. And
Yeah.
then number 2 is 200 ways to find a deal. And then this is the third one, The Arc.
and he's got a 4th one. This guy, he's bored out of his mind. He's writing more books than I know what to do.
Yeah. Well, that was cool that you brought him on last week, Coach Steve. Really, really enjoyed that. He was
He's a
really
great guy.
good.
He's a great guy. He loves to help
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Really, really good guy.
Great guy. Tell him we said we love him and he can come back anytime he wants. He's family
Well, I'll
now.
bring him back in a month too. We'll see.
All right,
All
cool.
good. All right, anybody else got anything they want to chat about tonight? Otherwise, we're gonna call it quits for the evening.
Yeah.
I want Coach Steve's book. That's what I want.
Oh yeah, me too.
Whoa.
Me too. Yeah.
Didn't I gave you guys one of them, didn't I?
Ah,
Oh,
no,
not,
you
not
didn't.
that
Ah.
one, man.
I'm still
Not
waiting,
that one.
Steve.
You
We're
got
talking
this,
about-
Justin. You gave it away.
I know what you're talking about, but we're talking about the definitive comprehensive manual.
Oh no. I'm writing another book.
What is it?
I don't know. I have. Well, I've got till I think it's March of next year. It's going to be similar to this. Split the book up with 5 or 6 other people. I don't know what I'm going to write about yet. I might write about you. We'll see.
Hey, it'll be a short story.
There you go. There's so many different ways to skin a deal in real estate. You're only limited by your own imagination. You really are.
Yeah.
And you look and see how much wealth is in this country, who controls it, and look at all those bastards in Washington. They're coming out with all these crazy laws, but there'll be a loophole, there'll be a backdoor, there'll be some fancy print somewhere that exempts people that are in a different state. Watch. All right? They're not gonna bury themselves. I'm just talking right now, but this is what it is. All right, gents.
Appreciate you,
all, man.
fellas.
Yeah, man. Jason, Herbeck, Aaron, Garrett, Mag, good grand. Justin, over and out.
Adios. Adios. We'll
boys.
see you fellas later.
Take
Thank
care.
you, guys. Bye-bye.